What's up, everybody? Good morning. How is everybody doing today? Um, go, let's go through this morning show a little bit and catch you guys up for the morning, get you guys started, get you guys moving. Got a little bit of crypto, a little bit of market review, some crypto review, and some news we'll go through today. And then we'll get to the chat it up a little bit, and get our morning started. Got some meetings to get to today, so we'll go ahead and get through this and get everybody's day moving the right way. Stock market guys, we're in the red. Kind of figured that we'd wake up in the red from the Federal Reserve meeting yesterday. Dow's in the red, S&P's in the red, Nasdaq's in the red. They're all in the red. But this is not unusual from a Fed meeting to wake up the next morning and be in the red. It usually takes the market a little while to digest what the Federal Reserve said, how it looks at the market, how it's going to play the market. It usually takes about a day for all that stuff to settle in. So this isn't a shock. It's not a surprise. But yeah, we're going to start the day in the red. Right here, it says stock futures fall. Stock futures fall sharply following Fed updates ahead of more economic data. What's going on here is the market priced in the 50 basis point increase that was already priced into the market. If you remember yesterday, we talked a little bit in the morning about it's not so much the increase that we have to pay attention to, it's what's said afterwards. And the Federal Reserve raised the bar a little bit, which sets them up for another 1 or 2 rate increases to get the interest rate under control where they're at. And they also touched a little bit on the unemployment claims, which they're putting a lot of stock in right now. So it looks like the actual inflation's coming down. Jobs are being created, but that's not the direction the Fed wants to go. The Fed wants that unemployment rate up. So to put that in simplest terms, the Fed wants people to lose their jobs in order to turn this market around. That's really the simplest way to put that. So, it's kind of where we are right now in this market and trying to turn this thing around. Elon Musk, he sells a bunch of his Tesla stock, obviously to put in Twitter. And this is big news for the Tesla stockholders like myself. That stock's going to continue to fall as long as Elon continues to sell off on that. He really holds the floor for that stock. Fear and greed index for crypto, we're sitting at 31. We're actually going up, guys. This is actually a good thing. Yesterday we were at 30. Day before last week we averaged out about 25. We're sitting at 31 today. So the fear and greed index is actually going up, which is actually a good thing for the crypto market because, the less fear in the market, the more people will come in. We're still sitting at fear, but we're working our way out of fear. So that's actually a good thing. So that's positive news for the crypto market, guys. Crypto bubbles we got going on here. Obviously, with the stock market, the way that it's going to open, there's a lot of red here on the day. We started the day out yesterday here all in green. It looked really good, but we talked about proceeding with caution. We talked about making sure that we were proceeding with caution until 2:30 when the press conference came out, and that's kind of what happened. So we're sitting in red right now. Bitcoin sitting at 17,725 right now. Man, we were on a run yesterday. I thought we were going to touch 18.5. And then 230 came and there it went. But boy, we were on a run. But it looks like it's up on the hourly. So it looks like we're moving pretty good. Looks like it's going to come up. Ethereum sitting at 1,291. Up on the hourly again. That one's up on the hourly. Took a hit over the 24-hour. We were at, man, I thought we were going to touch like 35 yesterday. Thought Ethereum was all we needed was a little bit of good news, and this market would have took off. BNB sitting at 260 again, up on the hourly, down on the day. And XRP pulled back. It was at it's at 38 cents. We were almost touched 40 cents yesterday. XRP was kind of creeping its way up there. We were gonna make a run there too. Dogecoin took a pullback yesterday as well. I'll tell you guys, if this thing gets down to 5 cents, I might look at it, look at buying that. Just because of Elon's only got to say one thing and that thing goes on fire. Polygon sitting at 89 cents, even on the hourly, down on the day. Polygon is yesterday was sitting at like 92 cents, so it pulled back. It's like the whole market, common theme all the way down, guys. Nothing's gonna change all the way down. You're gonna see down on the day, or either even on the hourly or up a little bit on the hourly. Solana actually held in there a little bit better than what everybody expected. It's in that 1410. I expected Solana to go down to the 13s. It very well may today, but we'll see. We'll see how the market reacts. Shiba Inu, guys, this thing continues to pull back. It's up on the hourly, down big on the day. It's dropped all the way to 16th. Put a video out about why I think it's dropping down the charts. People can agree or disagree with it. I know there's a lot of Shiba Inu maxis out there, but I just try to keep it real. What I see, SHIB's falling all the way down to 16th. I think it's going to continue to fall until Shibarium comes out. That's the long and the short of that. Stellar, sitting at 8 cents, down on the hourly, down on the day. It's just kind of lingering between this 8 and 9 cent mark. Hasn't really ran, it's just hanging out between 8 and 9 cents. Not a bad thing right now, just to be hanging out though. Chrono sitting at 6 cents, low 6 cent range, up on the hourly, down on the day, 5 cents. I got this. We've talked about this for a while. I got this thing pulling back to 5 cents in this market. Think it'll get there, and we're going to see. We're going to see if it gets there. If it gets there, that's a buy signal for me personally at 5 cents. Quant sitting at 122, up on the hourly, down just slightly on the day. Quant actually outperformed the market through the day, which was an actual good thing. It almost pulled itself even. It's just down 0.6% through that whole chaos. So, H bar still sitting at that 4 cent level, 4.6. Again, down on the day, up on the hourly. Quant's been hanging out between this 4.6 and 4.9 level for a while now. Quant's got to pull itself. H bar's got to pull itself up above that 5 cent level. What's up, Brian? Good morning. How are you? So that's kind of where the market is right now. The market's it looks like it's really went down overnight, which we expected. But it looks like on the hourly, it's starting to try to pull itself back together. But like I said earlier, it's going to take, when you look at the stock market in red right now, I wouldn't put too much stock in the stock market being in red right now, because I think it's going to take the stock market yesterday and today to kind of digest what the Fed said and how they're going to react to it. you have to remember the stock market and the crypto market are forward looking. They're not looking at right now. They're forward looking. So they're always looking at what's coming next and what they're going to price in. And the Fed kind of with raising the bar, they set themselves up for at least one or two more at least 50 basis point rate increases, I believe. They kind of set the bar for that. So XSI Gaming, what's going on? Good morning, man. So I think we're gonna see a couple more rate increases, and I think this is what the market's pricing in right now. But the crypto market, guys, like the hourly seems to want to pull itself up, but be careful because the markets do open at 9:30. They will play a role in what happens in the crypto market. Man, Bitcoin was so close to 18.5 yesterday, and Ethereum was so close to busting out of that $1,350 level. It was close, man. We were so close to having a run yesterday. And then the Fed came, and BNB just seems to it's turning down, guys. But I have a buy level at BNB, and if it gets to that buy level, I'm in. I'm in on BNB. I will tell you, I had a lot of money in Bitcoin. I sold it yesterday at 230, at the 18 level, and I sold off the majority of my Ethereum yesterday as well and put it in USDC. Kind of had a feeling that we were going to take a turn, but if these markets go down, I just go ahead and reinvest. But I wasn't going to sit around and get wrecked. But Crow guys, it's almost going to get there. It's almost may touch that 5 cent level where I said my buy-in is. It's at 6 cents, 6.1. As soon as this thing touches 5 cents, like 5.8, 5.7, I'm in. I'm just waiting. Probably put a buy order in today so that if I'm in a meeting today at work, I don't miss it. But it's pulling back. Let's see. Market cap, we got 8,060,000,060 yesterday. This was sitting around 8,080,000, so roughly about 8,085,000. So you're looking at about 25 billion coming out of the market in 24 hours, which obviously is showing up in the price action. So market cap matters, guys. Market cap matters. Pay attention to the market cap. It drives the market, regardless of what anybody else thinks. Market cap drives the market. If there's no money in the market, people aren't buying, and people are exiting. They're not buying, so has a negative impact on the price. Every single time. It's a tried and true method. It can't get around it. So you guys want to get into some of this news? Thought I had. Yeah, I want to share this with you guys in a different way because I want to show you. I want you to listen to something. You may have already heard it, but I just want to listen to it again because I think it's one of these things that you can only really appreciate it if you hear it. PayPal partners with MetaMask, guys, for cryptocurrency. It looks like PayPal and MetaMask entered into a partnership, and the details of this partnership are not out there yet. But my assumption with this partnership is that you're going to be able to buy crypto through MetaMask with PayPal, and there's going to be some select cryptos right now through PayPal. You can buy Ethereum and Bitcoin, but they're probably looking to expand that and integrate themselves with MetaMask. So this is a big deal because if PayPal can partner with MetaMask and actually integrate PayPal into MetaMask, it's going to open the door for onboarding and offboarding of your crypto, which may set MetaMask on a path that everybody else kind of has to catch up with. So this is a huge deal. With because you think about it, you can PayPal directly link to your bank account, and one of the biggest obstacles that people have with crypto right now is onboarding and offboarding the crypto and getting it to their bank account. So if you can do this with MetaMask and PayPal, it's going to be a big deal. Something just to watch out for today, guys. Video I made yesterday about Shiba Inu and why it keeps falling down the charts. It's at number 16 right now. It is strictly in regards to use case and the fact that they have none. They need Shibarium to come out in order for Shib to have any legs in this market right now. And right now, there's trillions of Shiba Inu coins being moved off of the decentralized exchanges onto the centralized exchanges. And whales only move their crypto off of decentralized to centralized to basically sell. So there, don't be surprised if you see a sell off with Shiba Inu in the market because whales are moving a bunch of SHIB to centralized exchanges. So this very well, you could see SHIB pull back a lot. They need Shibarium to drop. They need Shibarium to drop quickly, or they're just going to continue to tumble down the charts. Gotta go. Gotcha. Got you guys. Got you guys later. See you guys later. All right, Brian. See you later, man. Have a great day. Hope everything's good with you. Kevin O'Leary points at Binance for putting FTX out of business. And he does this in DC on the Hill. I don't know if I necessarily agree with Kevin on this one because the only thing that Binance did was call out what was going on behind the scenes that was illegal. And I don't think that CZ is the fall of FTX. I think Sam Bankman-Fried and the rest of the people are the fall of FTX because if they weren't doing illegal stuff, then there would have never been anything for anybody to share. So as much as Kevin wants to put this on CZ and Binance, really this is on Sam and FTX because it's not that CZ pointed anything out that wasn't really truly going on. It just took somebody that was behind the scenes and in the know, like CZ or somebody in a power position like that, to expose what was going on. So, as much as I would have liked CZ to be wrong because the crypto market wouldn't have fell and you wouldn't have had all these tentacles that are reaching out and taking people down. It wasn't CZ that brought down Binance. It was that brought down FTX. It was FTX that brought down FTX. It just took CZ to say, I'm going to protect the Binance holders and go ahead and liquidate my FTT coins to protect the holders. That's all that happened. And we can go ahead and listen to a little bit of what Kevin said. See, and I just quite frankly disagree with that statement. Now, I did go back and watch Kevin O'Leary's whole testimony, and he did stand up for crypto a lot in his testimony. But you have to remember too that Kevin O'Leary is a $15 million talking head for FTX. So he's going to say whatever he needs to say in order to make his investment look secure and legitimate. Obviously, but at $15 million, you almost will say whatever needs to be said. But at the end of the day, FTX did what they did, and Sam Bankman-Fried and them guys did what they did. CZ was just a person that exposed it because he was in the know. So if you're not doing illegal activities, then you don't got to worry about anybody exposing you. So CZ didn't bring down FTX. FTX brought themselves down. Let's see what else was going on in the news. Right here. Right here. Binance obviously is under some heat. Much like any other centralized exchange is under some heat. They had a massive withdrawal from Binance. And it was what it was. Every centralized exchange is going through this right now. And people are questioning whether the BNB coin itself will go to $220. It very well may. When you look at the support levels, $220 is completely legitimate for it to dip there. But CZ was on an AMA, and in true CZ fashion, he shows receipts that there was a lot of money, millions and millions that came off the Binance exchange, but it wasn't even the biggest withdraw days that they had. So Binance has shown that they have the ability to withstand these days of mass withdrawals because they are backed one-to-one. So not too worried about where Binance is as a centralized exchange. We talked about it here a lot. I'm invested in BNB. I believe in the BNB token. So it very well may push back to $220. And in this market, I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and shake out the weak people. Let's go ahead and shake out the weak exchanges. Let's do what we have to do to move this market forward. So, but obviously, as Binance, the exchange to put your trust in. In my opinion, I wouldn't trust any exchange right now. Whether it's Binance, whether it's Coinbase, I don't trust anybody right now until this whole market shakes itself out and we can figure it out. I'm trying to put as much on DeFi as I possibly can. Just because we don't know what we don't know, but Binance has shown the ability to withstand these big, massive withdrawals from their platform without issue. So I'm not worried about Binance. Other people are. I'm really not. And I don't think that CZ's calling people out for what they're doing because his closet's not clean. I think he kind of cleaned up his closet before he started calling people out because it wouldn't make any sense for him to sit here on social media all day and call other cryptocurrencies out and things like that, knowing that his closet's not clean. So it just that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I'm okay with what's going on right now. So the market's still in red. as the morning moves on, I encourage everybody to keep their eyes on the pre-markets. I mean, these pre-markets, it's simple. You just pull up CNN, you look at the markets, you look at where they're at, they're red or they're green. It leads you into the trading day. It lets you know kind of what the investors are thinking about. So it kind of helps you in the long run. Just kind of get an overview of where the market could go today. Not saying they're always right, but you always got to drill yourself down. Um, so going back over here on the crypto bubbles on the hourly, I mean, they're doing okay this morning. But you can see Bitcoin's pulling back. It's at that 17,718 level. It's starting to pull back just slightly, but the past couple mornings we have been out here and the market has pulled itself back slightly over time. Since the whole time that we're on here talking, it's been pulling itself back, and every time it does this, it always seems to dip as the day moves on. So you got to remember, right now, the overseas trading market is wrapping up their trading and they're going to bed. And the United States markets and traders are starting to wake up and start their day. So these early morning price signals will give you a glimpse into where the United States traders think cryptocurrency should be. I always look at this as a battle between overseas traders and the United States traders. The overseas traders go to bed. They set the price of where they think crypto should be. United States wakes up. They either agree or disagree with where the overseas people set the market, and that's kind of what we have going on every day. So you can see it's just pulling back. Even as we talk, it's pulling back, guys. So it's only pulling back a little bit, but a little bit over time means a lot. So just pay attention to what's going on around you. It looks like today's going to be one of them up and down trading days, and it looks like it looks green, but if you really dive into the numbers from where we started to where we are now, it's actually a pullback. So you see this percent going down just even as we talk. Bitcoin's only at 0.1%. It was higher than that when we started to talk. So it's happening. It's happening right in front of you. So trade accordingly. It's right here. So I don't know. I think I might sit on the sidelines a little bit today and see how the market reacts to yesterday's news. I think I may just my trading strategy today may just be to lay back a little bit and maybe do nothing for a little while and just wait and see how the market reacts. Remember, I say this to you guys all the time. Cash is a position as well. You don't have to have all your money in the market. Cash is a position. So sometimes it's better to just chill out and hold on to your cash for a little while and see where you want to invest it when the market has better clarity of where it wants to go. So the market will start to price in, both the stock market and the crypto market will start to price in another rate increase, I believe, starting very soon, because the markets are forward looking, right? The markets never look backwards and they never look at today. They always look at a month down the road or 2 months down the road. So they always start to anticipate what's coming and price it into the market. So I think you'll see another rate increase, probably 50 basis points, depending on where the unemployment data comes in at next month, get priced into the market. 50, maybe 25. So what's up, Big Watch? So I think that's what you're seeing going on right now between the crypto market and the stock market. Is I think you're seeing another rate increase get priced in. I know what I want to tell you. I didn't bring it up, but I wanted to tell you guys here. Volt Inu is on 99 centralized exchanges right now. And the only other token to do this in a year's time is ApeCoin. And we all know why ApeCoin did it is because they were backed by the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and they came out on all the tier ones and all the exchanges all on the same day. So Volt Inu has hit 99 centralized exchanges with the goal of 100 by the end of the year. So there's one more to go. So 99, 99 centralized exchanges. So what a big accomplishment. Is 99 exchanges a big deal. 99 exchanges is a huge deal. Exchanges bring volume, and exchanges keep your price leveled out as well because of the volume. So yeah, the only other token to do this in a year's time was ApeCoin. And like I said, ApeCoin's launch was absolutely crazy. They launched on every single centralized exchange all in the same day. And they had the Bored Ape Yacht Club backing them. So they were already a tier 1 token on the day of launch. So for Volt Inu to pull off 99 exchanges in a year, nobody else has done it except for the ApeCoin. So it's a big deal. So it'll be interesting to see when the 100th exchange, what the 100th exchange is going to be. I have a feeling that they're already in the works with a couple. I think it's going to be something. It's going to be something nice. I want to see him hit that 100 mark. It was a goal that they set like in November. So I'd like to see him hit that 100 mark. Also, they're partnered with a movie. They're following a UFC fighter. And this movie is going to be released on either Amazon Prime, HBO Max, something like that. But the important piece is that with all the publicity and all the billboards and even inside the movie, you're going to see Volt Inu logos. Probably won't be Binance. Binance now could, considering. No, Volt's not going to get listed on Binance right now. You got to work your way up the ladder for a Binance. Any token, guys, has to work their way up the ladder for a Binance, a Coinbase, a Crypto.com listing. And until you're on like KuCoin, OKX, and some of them other exchanges like that, you're usually not going to get listed on Binance, Coinbase, Crypto.com. You have to work your way up the ladder. You have to go to one of them tier one exchanges like KuCoin or OKX, something like that, and then you can get to your Binances and Coinbases and Crypto.com. So I would expect one of them listings. More than likely, probably KuCoin would be my guess. If I had to guess, that would probably be my guess. But that's just me purely guessing because it makes the most sense. Yeah, you're not gonna just jump to a Binance, Coinbase, or Crypto.com, and anybody that tells you that you can, any token that tells you that they can just jump there, well, we've seen we seen that play out 3 times already. Doesn't work out. Doesn't work out in the investor's favor. Got to work your way up the ladder. Poloniex was and is 20 ranked 20 something, 25, 26, something like that. So that was their I believe that was their mid-tier. That was probably their mid-tier exchange that they needed to get on before they make that move up the ladder to a KuCoin. But we can take a look at this right now. Let's go ahead and drop down here to the centralized exchanges and see what type of volume they're doing. So I'm not gonna pull up all 99. We'll pull up the top ones here. So you look at Poloniex. Right now they're doing $1.4 million in the 24-hour volume off of that exchange. And Gate.io, they're doing just above $1 million in a 24-hour volume off of that exchange. So these are the two that'll drive you up. And so to get to that next level, you got to have Gate.io and something like Poloniex. So if you look at what they're doing on Uniswap, it's just under 200,000. And if you look at what they're doing on the BNB side on the PancakeSwap, it's just under 20,000 in a 24-hour volume. So even if you took Uniswap and PancakeSwap and added them together, you wouldn't get to the level of Gate.io, So this is the power of exchanges. This is why exchanges are so important. You got to remember, a lot of people around the world trade on different exchanges, and they believe in exchanges. So Uniswap and PancakeSwap are like peanuts compared to Poloniex and Gate.io. They're not even like even close to doing the volume there. How do you feel about Votoshi's identity? I'm all about docs devs, except for when you have projects that have been around for a while, like Volt. They're not new. They've been around for a little while, so you can kind of see how they move and see how they operate. So I'm not too worried about it. If they just came out today, I think that they would have a little problem building their community without a docs dev. But I think just based on the fact that they've been around and they've accomplished so much as far as community building, as far as exchange listings, and as far as just even the Volti change and the implementation of that, I think all that kind of goes to the wayside because they've just been around for a while and they've been accomplishing things. So it doesn't really bother me. I mean, SHIB doesn't have a docs dev, but they've been around forever, and so that doesn't really bother me too much. MetaMonkey AI sitting at 303525. So a little pullback here, much like everything else. Volt's pulled back, MetaMonkey AI's pulled back because ETH is pulled back. And obviously the market cap has actually come up. It's even. The market cap is actually even over the 24 hours, sitting at about 3.5 mil, somewhere in there. Yeah, about 3.5 mil. Not too bad. Not too bad for where they're at. They're back above launch price, which means everybody who got in pre-sale, everybody who got in at launch, and everybody who bought the dip should be up right now. which is a good thing. But there is a pullback. Let's see how their exchanges are doing. Let's see the volume that we're seeing on their exchanges. It looks like Bitmart is at 154,000, which is leading the way. So the majority of MetaMonkey AI's volume is actually coming off of Bitmart. Very BKEX, very, very little. You're looking at 12,000, about 12,160. Not a lot of volume off of there. LBank, 32,000. LBank has actually started to pick up. LBank was really in last place for a while, so trading on LBank has started to pick up. And Probit, 38,000. Probit, the volume has actually been okay. For a while, Probit was leading the way, and then Bitmart just came in and just smashed that. So the volume right now for MetaMonkey AI is really on Bitmart for the big volume. Uniswap's only doing like 22,000 over the 24-hour. It's actually, 22,000 on Uniswap. Yeah, we'll get that up. That's got to come up, but Bitmart's leading the way. How long will it take for MMAI to detach itself from ETH price? I don't know if they'll ever attach themselves from the ETH price, because they're always going to be an ERC20 token. So there will always be an ETH pool. So they are an ERC20 token. There'll always be an ERC20 token, I believe. And even when they go to a coin, I think that they'll still kind of attach themselves to Ethereum. So I think it's always going to kind of run with the market, the Ethereum market. So I don't think that that'll ever happen. I think that Ethereum will always have an effect on the price. Just kind of like it did the other day. You look at 3526. If you take the percent that Ethereum dropped and you match it up with the percent that's in the MetaMonkey AI pool of Ethereum, they're almost identical. Will it change? I don't think so. I think when they create their blockchain, it's going to be layer 2 blockchain. It's going to be built over top of much like Polygon Matic. It's going to be built over top of an Ethereum blockchain, which makes it a layer 2. So I don't think that you're going to see a lot of price. I don't think you're going to see it detach itself from ETH. I think ETH will always kind of dictate that pool. They're an ERC20 based token. So I think that and there'll be an ERC based coin. So I don't think that you'll see a lot of that. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Kim. But I just kind of think you're always going to see that. You're always going to see them attached to Ethereum. You're always going to see Ethereum play a big role on the price. So, but yeah, like Voinu, guys, like we talked about earlier, 99 exchanges. What is going to be the 100th, right? And that is the question, is what is going to be the 100th? But I mean, look at the volume that Poloniex is pulling in. You know, 1.3 million on a 24-hour trading volume. It's absolutely huge. And Gate.io said that just at a million. Absolutely amazing volume coming off of there into 24 hours. It is 99 centralized exchanges though, guys. And the only other token to do this is ApeCoin. And like I said, they were backed by the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And when they came out, they already had all of their tier ones and everything ready to go because of the Bored Ape Yacht Club and what was backing them. So for a low market cap coin to do this is, I think it's unbelievable. You and Space Chick look like you guys are having fun. Kim and Space Chick always having fun, man. Kim and Space Chick are always having fun. But yeah. So I mean, you look at the volume that Voting was pushing out, unbelievable. And they're doing it in a bear market. So just imagine what's going to happen in bull market, guys. But MetaMonkey AI, I mean, they're above launch. Pull back a little bit with the market drop. But you know what? The whole market's going to pull back. Look at that. We're going to start the day in red. We're going to start the day in some fear. Go ahead and look at the crypto bubbles again and just give another update here on an hourly. You see Big Watch, you see that? You see Bitcoin continue to pull back just even as we talk. As we talk here, this was at 17.7. When we started this stream, it was at 17.7, probably 30 or 40. It's down to 17.7 2 now. We lost that 0.1% gain, and now you're sitting at even. Just as we just sit here and kick it a little bit and just bounce things around, the market just continues to pull back. I'm gonna sit on the sidelines today for a little while. I'm not gonna buy anything today, I don't think. I was telling everybody earlier, I had Bitcoin. I kind of figured what was coming at 230. I sold it at 18 like 002 or something like that. I did sell off a lot of my Ethereum yesterday at that 1,300 and almost 50 level, somewhere in there. And I'm sitting back and just waiting right now. The market is probably going to take a day, maybe two, to digest what happened yesterday with the 50 basis points. But more importantly, the Fed just increased the bar to where they were trying to get to from an interest rate standpoint. So they gave themselves a little bit more runway for one or two more rate increases before they have to make a pivot. So that's why you see the market reacting the way that it's reacting on both the stocks and crypto side. It's not the 50 basis points. That's not what got the market to where it is now. It's the course that was set after in the press conference. And that's why, Big Watch, if you remember me telling you yesterday, don't worry about the rate increase. It's going to be 50 basis points. It's going to be 50 basis points. It's what is said after that's going to drive the markets. Why would the let me see here. Why would the pullback have started started last night. It did. The pullback started last night. If you look at the pullback started at 2:30 yesterday. And it started based on the conversation that was given after the rate increase by the Feds. The pullback started yesterday at 2:30. If you look at this this is the day chart. When that Fed meeting started, you sat right here. This is right about the time. This is 1:50. This is 1:50 p.m. right here at the tip of this chart is 1:50. And if you looked, this is when the 50 basis points came out. It was already priced into the market. Nobody cared. When Powell started to speak and he reset the bar, this is where you see the dip. This is where you see the sell-off happen. The sell-off had nothing to do with the 50 basis points. That was already all that stuff was priced into the market. It was the fact that he changed the bar, he changed the goal line, he changed the goalpost so that he priced in another rate increase. So what's up, Legal? Not this much, brother. Not this border, brother. Yeah, but I mean, so that's really the deal with what happened yesterday. But I want to revisit this news because PayPal partners with crypto wallet MetaMask. I think that this is a huge deal. Because this is going to give people a way to onboard and offboard their crypto, without going through a centralized exchange. I think that this is a big partnership. This is a big deal. And we just got to watch how this thing plays itself out. And that's something for everybody to keep an eye on because it could really change MetaMask and how it operates. Trillions of SHIB transferred as burn rates go down 95%. You read through this, trillions of SHIB has been transferred to centralized exchanges. Like I said, I made a video about this earlier. I mean, not earlier, but yesterday. SHIB dropped down to 16, in number 16 for overall coin. SHIB's going to continue to fall until Shibarium comes out. SHIB right now has zero use case, and right now, if you don't have use case, you can't be in the top 10. Basically, is what the investors are telling you. It dropped down to 16. It's going to continue to fall, in my opinion, until Shibarium comes out. So until they release some sort of use case, they're just going to continue to tumble down the charts. Kevin O'Leary points at Binance for putting FTX out of business. Kevin O'Leary testified on the Hill. I went back and watched this, like I said earlier, I went back and watched Kevin O'Leary's testimony. And Kevin O'Leary really backed up crypto in general to the committee, the finance committee. But I disagree with his opinion, and I disagree that Binance is the one who brought down FTX. Binance may have exposed FTX, but they didn't bring FTX down. You can only get exposed if you're doing illegal activity. If you're not doing illegal activity, then you can't expose. You can't get exposed. So FTX brought down FTX. Binance was just in the know enough to call it for what it was. And, eh, if you're not doing illegal activity, you don't have anything to get called out on. And it's not CZ who did it. I mean, the person who did it sitting in jail. A couple others are gonna follow. For sure, man. I appreciate that. Big watch. Yeah. So, like, Kevin's a $15 million spokesperson for FTX, and don't forget that it's $15 million. This $15 million. Anybody will back anybody for $15 million. I'll tell you what you want to hear. It was financially irresponsible or O'Leary to make that. I agree. It's strictly it was financially irresponsible for him to say that about Binance, but CZ did back himself up. And one thing about CZ is CZ always comes with receipts, right? So he says things, but he also backs it up with receipts. And just like when people are talking about the bank run that's happening on Binance, and it's true, there's a lot of money coming off the Binance exchange. CZ came out and did an AMA and backed it up with receipts that it's not even the biggest withdraw days that they've had, and they've been able to withstand all that because they're back 1-1. So the withdrawals don't matter because they're back 1-1. So that's the one thing I appreciate about CZ is that when he speaks, he backs it up with receipts. He just doesn't say things to say things. Where Kevin, when he made this statement about Binance, he says in this video, I don't have the facts, but this is what I think. Well, nobody really gives a crap what you think. What can you prove? My thought is that you got paid $15 million to stand up on the Hill and say what you just said, so, back it up with receipts. What do you think it'll take to stop the bank run on Binance? It's going to be fine. Don't worry. I'm not worried about Binance. The bank run itself will stop when a lot of the centralized exchange stuff just shakes itself out. Right now, everybody's just in fear of centralized exchanges, which they should be. Like I said earlier, I move as much as I can off, but I think given time and given the shakeout, which is happening, I think that the bank run itself will stop, and people will go back to using Binance like they always did. But I believe this right here, the Binance coin BNB will decline to 220. I can see BNB pulling back to $220. I can see that happening. Just because of where it is now. If you look at where it is now, it's only at 265, and it's been pulling back higher than the market for a week now. We've talked about it here. Binance didn't run with Bitcoin and Ethereum. It didn't have that same run. I can see it pulling back to 220. But at the same time, I think Binance, the BNB token, will be just fine. I think that right now everybody's just running. Everybody's running away, big watch, from centralized exchanges. But ultimately, Binance, Coinbase, Crypto.com, they'll survive. They'll survive. They may be valued at less than what they are now, but they'll survive. I've never held any BNB. What's a good entry point? BNB B&B runs actually pretty steady, Big Watch. And anytime, I can't tell you when to get in, but anytime B&B gets around the 260 to 250 level, I'm buying. I can tell you right now, I'm buying. Like, I'll probably buy today. If that dips any lower, I'll probably buy today. That'll probably be one of the ones I buy today. But I think crypto.com, Coinbase, Binance, they're gonna make it out of this and be just fine. They'll actually be stronger in the end, I think. Because I said this on somebody's stream and I can't remember whose it was, is when you look at where we were at from a central exchange standpoint 12 months ago, right? We didn't know what the hell these guys were doing, right? We had no idea. Now we're at least showing proof of reserves. So we know, okay, now what they have in reserves. So that's a step forward for the cryptocurrency industry. That transparency, we're starting to get some sort of transparency from the centralized exchanges on what they hold and how they're backing our money up. Is it 100% of where we want to be? Absolutely not. Is it a step forward? Is it a step in the right direction? Yeah. When you look back 12 months ago, it's a huge step forward. I think the next logical step for the centralized exchanges, after all this is done and after all this is shaken out, is a true audit will always show you your proof of assets versus your proof of liability, right? And the one thing that we're not seeing in the proof of reserves at this point in an audit, and I understand why, because it's probably the biggest thing that you put out, is your proof of liabilities. Like, and I always say, like, if you have $2 billion, but you've leveraged that $2 billion for $2.5 billion, do you really have $2 billion, right? So I think the next logical step is for us to see the liabilities. Will we ever get there? I think we will, but I don't think it'll be overnight. And I think this first step that we've taken to show proof of reserves in these centralized exchanges is a good first step. It's a good first step for the cryptocurrency industry. So you think they'll be the only 3 central exchanges? No, I don't think that they'll be the only 3. I think that a lot of there'll be a lot of centralized exchanges that survive, but I don't think you're going to change the order. I think Binance will still be the biggest. I think Coinbase will probably be the second, and Crypto.com will probably be the third. But I think what you're going to see, and you're already starting to see it, is Fidelity has opened up a cryptocurrency exchange. Don't be surprised if you see JP Morgan open up a cryptocurrency exchange. Samsung has already started to test their cryptocurrency exchange on their phones in South Korea. So don't be surprised if Samsung's a big player in the cryptocurrency exchange market. And in order for Apple to compete with Android, if Samsung releases a cryptocurrency exchange, in order for Apple to compete, you think about the amount of people that trade crypto. If you're able to do it right on your wallet, on your phone through a Samsung exchange, they're going to have to come out with something in order to compete with that. So I think you'll just see a lot of things shake out over the next couple years, but you definitely can think of Fidelity, JP Morgan, and all them guys getting into the game. It actually wouldn't surprise me at all if you see one of the big the big financial firms just come in and take over FTX US. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Point of liability is especially important now. Yeah, I think it is, but I think it's going to take a little while to get there. I think you're gonna you have to limp your way into some of these things sometimes, and I think proof of reserves was the first step. Proof of liability will be next, but you got to get proof of reserves straightened out first, and you have to get that audit system down to where it makes sense for everybody, and get it down to where all the centralized exchanges are doing it the same way, so there's not a lot of manipulation in the numbers. There always will be some manipulation in the numbers, but the least amount of manipulation you have in the numbers, the better off you're going to be. But I do think the next logical step is going to be proof of liability. Apple having their own CX would be yeah, I mean, these are the things that we have to imagine, though, Big Watch, because Samsung's already there, right? They're already testing it in South Korea, right? They're already there. So if Apple looks at that as a threat, then they're either going to have to partner with a centralized exchange and integrate it into their platform, or they're going to have to create their own in order to compete with Samsung. Because on the Android platform, if Samsung releases it, because it's an open source platform, that can be rolled over to your Google phones, that can be rolled over to your Samsung phones, it can be rolled over to any phone or any operating system that operates off an Android. So if Android controls half the market and Apple controls the other half of the market, and one side of the market's cashing in and gaining users because it has a cryptocurrency exchange integrated into its platform, and the other side doesn't, and they continually and they're losing users, well, the next business, when you think about it from a business perspective, the next logical thing for that Apple to do would be to either partner with somebody so they didn't have to build it themselves and integrate it into their system, or just go ahead and build one yourself. And it's really all about building a wallet, though, Big Watch. It's really all about building a wallet, because once you build the wallet, much like MetaMask and much like everything else, you can operate from Uniswap, you can operate from PancakeSwap, you can also operate from Multi-Chain. You can operate from any of them dApps inside of your wallet. So it's really about creating the wallet. And Tesla uses Apple platform, so now have the yeah, Tesla, you be careful. Tesla's phone's gonna come out. Elon and Apple aren't really on the best I don't know, they're not working collaboratively together right now with Twitter. So Elon actually threatened to take Twitter off of Apple and Android and created his own platform. And so with Tesla coming out with their own phone, and Elon being a cryptocurrency guy, it could work in Apple's favor if he does use their platform, or he could decide to create his own platform and create his own centralized exchange right inside the Tesla phone. That very well could happen. The possibilities here are endless. But again, this is part of knowing what's going on around you. You got to know Samsung is already doing this, right? I thought they kissed and made up. They did kiss and make up, but when you look at the features of Twitter and what you can do on an Apple and what you can do on an Android, Apple is not unlocking the full features of Twitter yet. So I think that's going to be a conversation between Elon and Apple that they're going to have, and they're going to have it real quick, because as Elon continues to upgrade Twitter, Apple's going to have to come along and release them features to the Apple users, or that's not good for business. You know, at the end of the day, what do you think? What do you think about Twitter? Twitter adding a payment option. Payment option. Twitter's going to add cryptocurrency payment options. It's just a matter of time. And I think actually Twitter is going to end up creating its own Twitter coin. There's already reports out there that that's going to happen. It'll happen. And that thing's going to explode. And I think, that's going to be the payment option. I think you have to look at Twitter and what Elon's trying to create. You have to look at it like a super app, right? You have to look at it at a place not only where you do your social media, but a place where you book your lifts and your Ubers, and you order your food, and you book your travel, and you get your news, and you do your shopping. I think Twitter's more of going to turn into a super app rather than just a standalone Twitter that you see now. Will you invest in Twitter token? Hell yeah. I invest. I'll invest. If Elon's running it, I'm investing in it. Name me, you talk about SpaceX, you talk about Tesla, you talk about the internet company he has. They're all successful. Why would I think Twitter coin would be any different? Especially when you own the platform, you can integrate that token any way you want. So, you literally can manipulate the token based upon the platform that you own. So solar energy, yeah. I mean, Elon's on it all. So, when you look at it, the man's just successful. Call him what you want, say whatever you want about Elon. People love him, people hate him, but the one thing people can't say about him is he's not a successful businessman. And at the end of the day, when you're investing your money, you want to be around successful business people. So, um, you know, it, if you're around a whole bunch of people that are failing at business all the time, then you're probably going to be the next broke one standing next to them. If you surround yourself with people who are successful, you'll probably be successful as well. So, that's just the laws of business and the laws of the world, how the world works. So, but with that, guys, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get ready for a meeting. So appreciate your time. Appreciate you spending the morning with me. And we'll do this again tomorrow. We'll get up. We'll get after it again tomorrow. We'll look at the pre-markets. We'll look at we'll go ahead and look at the crypto markets, the pre-markets, the news. Get your morning started off right. Get your head right for your investing. And I'll see you guys, a lot of you guys around in the chats in between my meetings. We're still in red, guys. Pre-markets are still in red. The hourly still pulling back. Continues to still pull back. Bitcoin's under 17.7 now. It's 17.64. You can see the pullback just continues in the market. Trade smart today. Be smart. Protect your money. Protect your investments. If you have profits, make sure that you're securing your profits. Make sure you're taking profits off of your investment. Make sure you're securing your own money. Don't let anybody tell you that taking profits is a bad thing. So taking profits is always good. Take your profits. Do you. Don't let anybody talk you out of your bag. And with that, I'm out. I'll see you guys in the chats. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the chats of a couple other streams when I get in between my meetings. Like the channel, subscribe to this channel, bring your friends over. Let's have the conversations. Let's talk about it all. So with that, I'm out. Have a great day.